Hello guys, Wahoo here, back with another video, this time around with a idea of mine that actually made it to the game. I think there's other people that might have thought about this or something like that, but at least I haven't seen anybody talk about it, so I am claiming it as being mine, but it doesn't really matter. The point is that this is something that I put into idea for a very long time ago, that we should get Paragon levels, and we're getting Paragon levels as of right now. I was always kind of sad to see our experience just dwindle away. You know, we did get our 2.5 million, you know, for the leaderboard and stuff like that, but next week it was just gone. I would love to have these Paragon levels, not to show off or anything like that, but just kind of show people that you played the game a lot, because yeah, there is you can do /played in the thing, but that's also just people being AFK. There is of course the days you logged in, but that just requires you to log in, right? And that's also actually tomorrow of this. I'm recording this on the Wednesday. Thursday is actually my 2000th day on. You might have seen it on Twitter if you're following me there, or on the Discord if you are on the Discord or community Discord. There, I posted there that I did 2,000 days. Just I kind of think it was kind of cool to do so. But the point is, it doesn't really represent you actually grinding out a lot of dungeons. It just shows you being online, and you can be online technically 24 hours a day, right? And that you say, oh wow, I have 2,000 days online, and it's like 99% of that is AFK time, right? So it doesn't really represent it, and it's just, I just love the way of the Paragon system. So the experience never just went away, because it's not really very fun to grind experience or grind dungeons as, you know, a person that has all the classes maxed out. But now we definitely got Paragon points, but they are a little special. I've just read them briefly, but I love that this is the way, or this is getting into the game. I don't know if I'm gonna love the way they're gonna do it, because it's tied into crystallology. I was about to say crystallology. It's tied into ring crafting. That's what I mean. That's because there is coming crystal rings. That's what I mean. So that's not crystallology. Crystallology is already 300, but now ring crafting is gonna be 300 as well. And I'm just gonna make a bold statement here that rune crafting is also gonna be 300 at some point in the future, because they all seem to be upgrading all the other ones. I will of course do videos for everything as well. I'm trying to get on the PTS server to learn, because sometimes when getting your hands on it, it just makes a lot more sense, because there's a lot of words in this. To me, that's very hard, that I have no idea how it works at all yet, but it might be super simple when you get your hands on it and you see, oh, okay, so this, sometimes, you know, reading about it's not very amazing. But if you want to read this, of course, it's always linked in the description. All the things that you see is always linked in the description. You can go and read it yourself at a pace that you want. But I'm going to read it with you guys. I'm not going to do the rings. I'm going to do the rings in 2 videos, so this one doesn't become too long. So I'll do the Paragons in this one, and I'll do the other one as well. But they'll be out at the same time. But just, you know, so people can see if they're more interested in the ring crafting in the other one. That's probably also going to be a little bit shorter, because I won't do this intro with the other one. So I hope the people that watched the ring one maybe saw this one first, or at least the intro of the Paragon. So, and I will get to on the PTS server tomorrow, hopefully, because now it was locked, right? I'll go online and record some footage there, as I always do, but I'll do the patch notes right now. It's getting kind of late for me, and you know, I got work in the morning, so I just want to go over these patch notes with you guys, and we'll see if we can figure it out together about these Paragon levels, because it feels like it's tied into how you obtain your crystal rings, but it doesn't seem like to be as random as before. But let's just read them again. They link in the description if you want to go ahead and read it yourself. And yeah, just wanted to mention all this. But Paragon levels, I am very excited that experience is going there. So first of all, reaching level 30 with a class no longer is the end, it's a new beginning. So there's also a downside to this, because we've talked about level 40 for a while, but I think 30 is fine. I don't know what we would do for level 40. I wouldn't know what it would add, except for maybe more gem slots, but yeah, anyways, it's a new beginning. So there's a PTS note that the experience bar on the HUD is updated upcoming PTS. To better support display Paragon level, currently it just shows an existing XP bar. So if you want to see that on the PTS server, yeah, it's gonna be looking different than it's gonna be in the final project, and we'll see what that happens to look like. But I'm excited to see something that looks amazing. So classes will now continue an experience after reaching level 30. Through this experience, will no towards standard levels. Instead, contribute to Paragon levels. So I'm pretty also kind of cool that they call it Paragon levels like they do in Diablo 3. I didn't know that. So that's not a trademark, at least. So anyways, PTS note, the time requires to get Paragon levels is a bit likely to be slower at launch on live servers than current on PTS server. I don't care how long it takes. I just want them. So yeah. If you see it on PTS, if you play on PTS, it's gonna be, faster than it's gonna be on live. It's gonna be slower on, but they want people to gain more levels. You're probably gonna gain them pretty fast, and it's gonna be like, so you can get into all the content that is around them. So people it's not gonna grind for, 4 months or something like that to reach whatever it is, right? So it's gonna go, slower on live servers, as they say. So Paragon levels do not provide stats, so that's very important. Like regular levels, when you level up, you get H, you get P, you get everything, right? It does not provide that, and that was very important. That's something I said when I also provided this idea. It's not something it should not be something you have to grind out and say like, oh, if you're not Paragon 1000, well, you might as well not play the game, right? It's something extra. It's just something to grind for, say, oh my god, I'm Paragon 1000, right? And it's like, okay, that's kind of cool, right? And it's more of an achievement for that, if you know what I mean. Like if it's, hey, you gotta, I got to level 1000, that's cool, dude. You really put some effort into it, and it took some while, because Trove is a grind, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, as I always say. But anyways, instead, Paragon levels provide Trovian loops, and these loops are kind of weird because I don't understand them completely. While Prime Paragon level provides class-specific prime loops. So these are for classes. Class, and says yes, primes is a whole number of not displayed by any other whole number greater than 1. So again, that seems very gibberish to me. Maybe it makes a lot more sense for you guys while you read it. It makes my perfect sense for somebody, but these loops are at least tied into these, and I think when you see it, I really hope that we have, like we have for our mastery, we have some kind of indication of, and I will make sure, because this is very important for making videos for me specifically, to say, hey, if you get to Paragon 1 level 100, you are gonna get this and this and this, so people are not gonna get surprised when they do it, so they can watch my video and be prepared that this is when you are going to get these things. Because people, if this is tied into, ring crafting, and people just want, those crystal rings, and they don't know when they're gonna get these loops from, and I can tell, well, you get them in the Paragon levels, but it's just much easier if there's some kind of, showing in game where you can see, oh, you hit this and this and this, and it's the same thing with mastery, right? You can see what you get on the different ones and whatnot levels. Next is these loops are automatically claimed and appear currently in the currency section of the inventory. So these are, you don't lose them. That's a very nice thing, because you're just running around. Maybe you are even like a what's it called, a near ninja. You're just sprinting through the game, right? And then you suddenly level up because you run over a dungeon somebody does, and you did lose it because you're just going so fast and whatnot. So it's cool. It's just going to be automatically in your inventory. Players will receive one-time valuable amount of these variable amount of these loops for a free in their claims, depending on previous experience gained with each class. Wow. Okay. Previous experience gained. Wow. Okay. So it says, so if you grind right now, you are going to get these loops for free, it says, in their claims, depending on what they've gained before. So you're not going to gain a bunch of Paragon levels. If you grind it like a lot, everybody's going to, on launch, everybody starts on 0 or level 1, I guess. But people that have grinded like a lot over the years and gaining experience in different classes, you're gonna get that in the claims. You know, we know what the claims are. So that is cool for each class. So it can be a good idea. This is I guess a little help. Make sure you just grind a bunch of experience on different classes. I probably have to do that, but what's it called? The rotation of the classes each week has helped with that, because usually I've only played a few classes, mostly like my Dracolite, for example, and some of them I've just left behind in a way. Just, you know, after I if you could go in and see individually how much I played on all of them, you know, the Dracolite is probably gonna be, maybe even the Shadowhunter might even be higher than that, because I used to play that a lot before the Dracolite, but gaining experience definitely was most on the Dracolite, I would say. Anyways, these loops are used to craft the Cinctorius rings, aka crystal rings. So I'm just gonna call them crystal rings. I'm not gonna call them Centauri rings or whatever you're saying. I'm gonna call them crystal rings, because that's what. And it's no surprise that was gonna be the next step for crystal ring crafting. That we're gonna get crystal rings. Wasn't really a big, but we were just waiting for it to get some. Also, temporarily empower these rings through progress called polishing. Okay, so this is a temporarily empower. Okay, so down here, later down here, the ring crafting, it's temporary. I like that it's a temporary thing, because it just makes the game a lot more easier, I think. I don't know. I haven't read what the different things do, but I like that it's a buff you can get yourself, I guess. I don't know, maybe some of them, I don't know if they went away from the class gems that we're talking about. I haven't seen them talk about it at all. They kind of dodged my question. I asked it twice on the last when they talked about Shadow's Eve. I posted it twice. There was no response at all, because right now the Lunar Lancer update is on the PTS, on the actual live servers, right? And they're still testing it, and you know, they put in the patch notes as well that there was going to be rings, and or there was going to be more testing with these class gems, and I was really excited to get more class gems, because my plan is to redo all my build guides. But if there is not going to be any new class gems, I am not going to make new build guides. I'm definitely not going to make build guides either for some temporary empowerments. I'll make like you know, what's it called, a thing which one you should use and stuff like that. I'll of course make that, but that will be for all classes. I'm not gonna redo all my build guides, because they still work. You just have, the only thing you have to do is to add maximum light, and that's it. And that's not really worth redoing all those videos, because it's a lot of videos that I do have to redo, and it takes a long time, and they still work. So why redo them? But I would redo them if there was new class gems. But I'm not going to do it for these temporary empowerments. So see the ring crafting section below for more information. So that's the stuff, of course, there's down here as well. I hope you guys could see what I was reading, because I was maybe a little bit in the way. Was I? Oh, I was maybe a little bit in the way. I'm gonna put it up here, so I'm not in the way. Okay, so note this new two badges. I love, oh my god, gameplay badges. I want so many gameplay badges, because it's just amazing. You can see you working towards it, all stuff like that. Total Paragon levels earned, and I think this is tied into, is it like, well, you can just see that, but I think there's like some kind of reset, because it says down here, upon reaching, I know I'm jumping a little down here, reaching Paragon 1000, that class will loop back around to Paragon 0, allow them to recollect all the previous earned rewards. And I'm not a fan of that. I'm not really a fan of that at all. I think there should be, if it's something to do because they want to recollect all the previous rewards, I guess you can, I guess you can earn, I think, yeah. Well, you do have the total. Okay, I'm gonna see it on the PTS server, and then I'll be more inclined to look at it, because you can see your total Paragon levels earned, and that's the indication that I want. So yeah, and then also there's a minimum Paragon across multiple classes and stuff like that. So maybe it's a good thing. I have to see. I'm a little skeptical, but let's just see what it is in But the thing is, it's also a good thing that you can get if you mess something up. Maybe I don't know how it is, but maybe you can mess it up in a way or whatever. That's always good that you don't have to, like, let's say, restart your whole account because you mistook something or something like that. And that can even happen to me, So then you just have to reach Paragon 1000 to re-roll all of it. But there is a way out of it, and also. Maybe this is also put in there so those people from support don't have to be like, okay, well, yeah, you messed up your account, you have to start all over, or they can't do anything, and people are gonna quit because they can. Now people have you just have to grind it out. You just have to take those 1000 power rank levels or Paragon levels and throw them in the garbage and start over, basically. Anyways, let's get back to here. In addition, granting primal loops, prime Paragon levels also grant primal Paragon pinatas. See that's the one down here. See the for more information. If running low on primal loops, the Celestial Paragon provider at the Paragon Palace below the club in the hub sells. Okay, so there is a way to get more loops. There is the word this sells Paragon 4 credits. Okay, credits. Okay, so that's real money. But still, you get a lot of them, but there's also a way to buy them just like that. And I think that's cool. I think that's fine. I think there should be a way to buy that if you just want to go that route. But I do not mind there is some people say pay to win, and Trove definitely has pay to win, because if you have Paragon, I was about to say Patron, you gain some stats that you're not supposed to. But you gain some stats over other people, and that's kind of a definition of pay to win. But in this way, it's both pay to win, but it's also not pay to win, because you can just grind it out and just keep grinding. So there's a free way, but you can also just spend your money if you want to do that. And I feel like that's amazing that there's a option for both people. Like, there's some people that are gonna spend the money, and that's cool. Do that. That's amazing. That's money for more updates. That's for more servers and stuff like that. So if people stop paying money, people always talk about people shouldn't spend money, but that's actually what keeps the wheels going, right? So, but there's also free ways to just keep grinding and you get it. So yeah, sure, you have to put in the time, but you can say time is money is time, whatever, right? So when opening primal Paragon boxes, gives one primal loop for the current active class. So make sure you remember that. Current active class. So when you open it on a Near Ninja, you are going to get loops for a Near Ninja, not for the other classes. So make sure you're on this, just like when you open, what is it called, class gem boxes. You can do the dungeon on one class, and then you can just jump on another class and just open it with that, as long as it's 5,000 as well. So next one is the primal Paragon pinatas, because these also can gain from different ways. Get one primal Paragon pinata spawned near the player when reaching a Paragon level. So there is a little, you have to be a little careful, I guess, when you then open or you reach your new level. You will have one of these pinata spawn. So if you're close, keep an eye out for these pinatas, because down here they add some awesome things. One primal Paragon pinata, a PPP, is added to the player's inventory when reaching a Paragon. So there is one that's added, and there is also one that is spawns near the player. Okay, with additional for active patron. Okay, so with your patron you can get more pinatas, and there's the the PPPs can also be purchased with credits. You can buy them in the store. In addition to ore and flux, these pinatas are a way to obtain loops. So you can also get loops through these. So yeah, you can get a little bit more loops if you have Patron as well. But I think you're gonna get added enough loops just through the Paragon. You don't really, like, this is just an extra way to get even more. And maybe, since these are pinatas, and maybe I'll actually ask the devs if these pinatas are like personal. Of course they're personal, but personal, I mean like it's only for you. Usually pinatas are for you and then 7 other people or 8 other people. I think it's 8 people in total. I can't remember. It's something with 8 at least. So the point is, if you know, if this is something you can throw on the ground and have like a piñata party, like you can with other piñatas, this could be kind of cool. You can gather 7 of your other friends, and then you can just get a bunch of stuff. Maybe, I don't know. Piñatas, we'll see. I have to ask the devs what they mean if this works with other, because then these become very, very good and very, very nice as well to get somebody else. All right, so these piñatas can rarely, or very rarely in some cases, obtain new mounts, new set of wings, new weapons, helmet styles, new weapon, and helm auras. So this is what I mean, like these are pretty cool. It says a new mount, it says a new wings and all that stuff. So I hope that these piñatas are smart. I hope these are smart piñatas. That is nothing that says smart piñatas yet, but my point is a new mount. So what if it's just like a boring old mount you already have? Like, I think it would be cool if it's very rare, super rare, that you will get like a new mount you don't have, or a new set of wings you don't have. If you have all the wings, for example, it would be like a new mount. If you have everything, I don't know what that indicates, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe some secret. I don't know. Anyways, there's also some downsides you can call to the people that do have, you know, the have everything in the game basically. So yeah. Anyways, they also rarely contain the primal loops awarded based on your current active class. Again, if you want the class, and Paragon marks, which is used to the Paragon workbench. Also found in the Paragon marks can be used to craft. There is 4 new mounts, there's 5 new allies, 1 new ship and a sail, and 1 new banner, and also decoration boxes. 1 decoration box. I don't know what it means, like 1. I hope this is like repeatable, and a new pair of wings, or a new wing style. It actually says. So yeah. All this is amazing stuff. We have to put our hands to it. I'm going to talk about the last thing down here as well. Like I said, I'm going to skip the rings, and I'm going to go talk about the rings in... well, I'm going to make a video right after this one and talk about it, because we also got a Bumper Royale update. And this is very significant. Alright, I just have to pause for a second, because people might be saying this or kind of yelling this at the screen. I did see that they said, with Paragon update, we do not want Bumper Royale to be the best way for people to gain Paragon levels. And they want people to engage with it because they want it enjoyable and want them to obtain Bumper Royale rewards for themselves and so on, and not for economic power. But I still do not agree with the no experience for this. I know that they want people to not gain the experience for Bumper Royale, but I just feel like it's not that big of a deal. I could see them not removing it completely, but reducing it so it would be more beneficial to maybe do dungeons or delves. I understand that would be cool, but I don't think removing it completely from the game, I don't want to do that. I did read the thing that they said about the enjoyable update, whatever. I think they just reduce it so you don't gain as much. So I just think that it's not great that they're removing the experience, but I just wanted to say that I did read why they wanted to do so, but I still don't agree with them. I do say in the video previous that I don't know why they're doing it, but it's more like why they are removing the experience completely and not just nerfing it. I'm just reading, or I'm seeing this when I'm editing the videos. I just wanted to clarify that when I said that. So with that said, let's jump back. Bumper Royale, very importantly, do not give experience anymore. And I don't understand why it wouldn't give it experience anymore. I know there's a problem with bots, but I don't know what the bots do. I don't think it has anything to do with experience. I thought it was all because of the, most of the time they don't win, but sometimes they do win a coin, right? And then the coins, those you can turn into, let's say you can turn them into some of the dragons, right? That's why the dragon is so cheap, right? It's 100,000 for a whole dragon. I think it's season 1 dragon is like 100,000, which is nothing basically for a whole dragon with dragon coins and everything. So that's what I thought was like the issue with the bots, that they were farming coins and they were then buying that, and then they got flux out of that, and then they got the flux, and the flux could they then sell on the different sites. I've seen many sites that sell the flux for everything like that, right? So I thought that was why they were doing the botting thing, so they were getting flux like that way. But I don't understand why they wouldn't give experience, because this is one of the most amazing. So I don't agree. I do not agree with them giving experience, except if it's something to do with botting or something illegal activity kind of going around or whatever, because it is illegal to make money like that and stuff like that. But the point is, the experience, some people don't like doing dungeons or doing that much dungeons. It's great there's alternatives to gain experience all around. If this also goes through, I guess I have to remake my experience leveling guide, right? But yeah, that we're gonna cross that bridge. That's not really the main issue. The main issue is just I like that there's different ways to gain experience. You can do the delves, you can do dungeons, you can do bomb royale. There's different methods to what you want to do. So no longer giving experience is not a welcome change, for at least for me. But the other ones are, because I did read it a little bit. The Bomber Merchant has been replaced with new workbench, the Bomber Bench. The Bomber Royale Collection Challenge. Collection Challenge rewards are no longer tradable. That's something I'd really like. I don't think it should be tradable. That's amazing. I know that you can gain coins, and then what are you going to do with those coins? I wish there was some kind of sync where you just got some decoration boxes or something like that. I think there is and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely welcome change that it's no longer tradable, because that's at least something that I know was an issue. The bump boxes rewards have been removed for both season rewards. Okay, so there's none of these. Some rewards previously active from the merchant in the both season. Those rewards are now only available from season 1 tab of Bomber Bench, but then Recept Covenant season 2 1 coins. Okay, the rate to 1-to-1 available. Take care. As these no way to convert season 1 coins into season 2 coins. Okay, you might have to read this one once again, but there's something to do with the seasons. Could we get season 3? Maybe that would be nice. 2 new rewards been added: the Bomber Bench and the Ally Up. Okay, the Bomber Bench. The Bomber Bench has been placed on your can be placed on your cornerstone or in your club world, so you can get this bench in your different things. The Ally Up will increase the size of your ally for 5 minutes. So that's just the ego potion thing that makes your head bigger. This is just for the ally. There is now a cap on all Bomber Royale Season 1 and Season 2 coins, 300, so you cannot have more than those. There is a new daily that can be completed each day, earning Bomber Royale coins, reward 5 coins. And okay, so when you do a Bomber Royale the first day, like you do, what's it called? What is it called? You do daily challenges, and this is not going to show up as a challenge in the top right corner. This is going to be just when you do when you complete when it ends the match, you will probably get 5 coins, depending on how it goes. But yeah, the reward granted by Bomber Royale tomes has been increased to 25 coins rather than 5, so you get 25 coins. That's a lot of coins. That's nice. A lot of coins for the tomes. You're gonna get those dragons pretty quick. Just let me if it keeps the same thing as well. New temporary banners also available, awarding for top 10 out of 100 spots for the One Royale. Okay, so the leaderboards, you also get a new temporary banner, so you can show off that banner. It's just temporary, usually it's just a week, so a week it would reset and you get or the following week you get the banner. These banners give no mastery stats, as you can see, purely to show off and give each Monday when leaderboards reset, as I just said. And then there is some stores update with this, and also only one Leviathan biome can spawn. Only one Leviathan biome can spawn per world. Previous up to 2 could spawn. These biomes can now spawn closer to the start of location and more. Okay, so we got only 1 Leviathan. I'm not sure if I like this changed either, because the more worlds because people do the Leviathan, invite all their friends, then leave the world again, right? Maybe this is a good thing. Maybe it is a good thing, because people would then not run around in the world. So the point before is that people, let's just say one person is hunting them, jumping around, and the more people that is in the world, the more the world lags, right? So that's why I don't like Leviathans in that sense. I wish there were like put into shadow towers or something like that, just away from it. Or in the what's it called, the Everdark worlds. I hope I would put them in there instead, so people can hunt them there instead. Because if you're running around the map, you know, and people are jumping everywhere, it just makes the world lag because there's so many people jumping in every single direction. So let's say there's one person that is running around finding these leviathans, and as it is right now, they would, you know, find that first leviathan, and then they would invite all their friends. The world would be full, and then afterwards everybody would spread, and that would create a lot of lag. So maybe now that we know that it's only one leviathan, people will then leave again. You know, people will not stay in that world. They may jump back, but they might stay there, but they're not going to go hunt for another one. They're just going to stay there, or they're going to jump to maybe the hub or the Geode hub or to their club worlds or something like that. They're not going to stay in that world because there is no other leviathans to hunt for. So they wouldn't create a lot of lag around people running around. So maybe it's a good thing. Maybe that's why they are doing it. Instead of having two, there's only one. I don't know. But my point is also, I was thinking that creating a lot of worlds would create a lot of lag, but usually it's not like that in Trove. Like, people have so many worlds open all the time. That's not what creates the lag. It's when you are in a world where somebody, you know, creates that explosion of exploring. That's what creates the lag for if you're just running around in a world. So usually when people start leaving the world, the world doesn't lag anymore. And if you're like 2-3 people, it never lags at any point, except if you have issues on your end or something like that. Okay, so there's just a few other things, and that's something that's not really super necessary. So this is already a 30-minute video, as I talked about in the start. That's why I'm making this into two videos, but yeah, it would be maybe even an hour if I was to go with the other one, or maybe 45 minutes. So, but I do want to give you guys this video as soon as possible. So I'm not gonna drag this video any longer. It's long enough. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. If you did, thank you so much for that. And I hope you are excited for some Paragon levels. I'm definitely going to farm some Paragon levels, that is for sure. They are called polished Paragons, so, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe, helps me out very much and keeps you updated on all the PTS server stuff coming on to Trove. So thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!